What's up, YouTube? Today, we're trying to make Topaz work outside of a traditional move deck or scream deck because I really hate playing those style of decks. To be honest, I tried a couple different things and just reminded myself how I don't like that. So, we're doing a little off-kilter Silver Surfer Tech Topaz deck. And let's get into the elevator pitch. Topaz is just going to be moving essentially Vulture, Red Wing, Spider-Man 2099, sometimes at the end of the game for some surprise power or surprise destroy in the middle lane, or just dropping down something with Red Wing. Even if it's something like Surfer, that could be a lot of points across the board. So that's what we're doing inside a Surfer shell, and it's kind of tech heavy and it's a lot of fun, so that's the pitch. This deck has no 1-drops and no 2-drops. In a Killmonger build, usually I'll use Nova. I used it in the last Surfer deck that I put out here, but I'm trying this out without. And I think there's a couple reasons that can work. One is that we don't want to have priority in this deck usually, since we have Shang-Chi and Rogue. We're trying to make sure on turn 6 we're able to actually get our tech pieces off. So Rogue, 3-drop for the Silver Surfer requirement. And also just a lot of good ongoing cards in the meta. You can play it early if you need to, and late it can take out some Hydra Stompers, and that'd be nice on your side of the board. And of course, just other ongoing stuff. There's almost always something in the meta. Silver Surfer, Surfer deck, throwing the buffs out. Not much to say here. I'm not playing Brood or Sebastian Shaw like you typically would see in a Surfer deck, so it's a little less crazy power numbers like in Captain Carter type of builds, but still, Surfer is just great at the end of the game. Killmonger, I maintain that this is one of the strongest cards in this current meta. There's just Thanos everywhere, the Hood Demons, tons of other little 1-drops, and can take Mojo World lanes all by itself. Then you got Vulture. Vulture's working with Topaz in this deck, but also Heimdall. There's locations all over the place that enable you to move Vulture too, so even if you move this once, it's a 3/9, that's really good, and if you move it twice, then it's obviously just crazy power. So Vulture's here because we don't have a ton of power in this Silver Surfer deck, and this is the way that we can win lanes tall. Makari, because we're not playing anything on turn 1 or turn 2, Makari is a way to get some power on the board that's Silver Surferable as well. It can sometimes get you into trouble with clogging up the middle or a lane where you don't want it to, but also it can just sometimes straight up win lanes. I think it's kind of a flex spot, but right now I think it's necessary. Topaz, this is the reason we built the deck. It's a fun card, not an amazing card. I think it's probably the worst of the 3 that came out. But given that I don't like playing traditional move, which those other cards really push, this card, I'm just trying to find a different lane for it, and this one is a fun one. Then you got Red Wing. Really want this card to be great. I don't think it is great, but it's just a 3/5 that's going to drop something from your hand. Sometimes you're going to Red Wing into Heimdall, which is cool. And then Heimdall can maybe move a 2099, or you just drop down that 5/9, or a tech piece that they're not expecting you to play for whatever reason. Maybe you can't play into that lane anymore. Red Wing's there. Yeah, Red Wing, Topaz, Heimdall, that's the package. Then you got Luna Snow. It's basically here because 3/6 is good. You can Luna into Sarah on turn 4, which is obviously a nice play. Luna's making a lot of my decks lately, and I think there's a good reason for it. She's just powerful. Then you got Shang-Chi. There's a lot of move decks out there. I didn't want to play Shadow King. I didn't really think it fit into the deck that well, but Shang-Chi is what we're trying today. Maybe we'll switch it up with Shadow King in the future if we're finding it too awkward on turn 6 to play Shang-Chi and something else, but usually we'll have Sarah down and maybe even Luna, and we can fit it in. Then you got Sarah. There's reasonable Silver Surfer decks that don't play Sarah. I just don't really enjoy them. I love playing 3 2-drops, or 3 3-drops on turn 6 too much to not play Sarah. She's just cool. Spider-Man 2099. if you're gonna build a Mimi kind of Topaz deck, I mean, you gotta include this card. There's only so many cards that you want to move that aren't specific move scalers. And Spider-Man 2099, even though it feels like most of the time he's gonna hit a squirrel token or something insignificant, or he's gonna bounce off of a cap shield, 5/9 at least is good stats on its own, and you'll get a little bit of destruction usually. And sometimes you can Red Wing and Heimdall it out or something. So it's here. And speaking of Heimdall, here it is. Sometimes you're not going to see Topaz, and you don't want your vultures just sitting on the board doing nothing, your Red Wings being ineffective. So Heimdall's here for kind of a break glass in case of emergency. And sometimes, they don't expect the Heimdall. It's just going to shift your lanes and win you a game. You're going to put stuff in bar with no name and then move it on out of there and actually win or tie that lane, and then Heimdall helps you take the other one. So sometimes the surprise factor can just be good enough with this card. So that's the deck. We went on a pretty decent run with it. I don't think it's going to blow anybody's mind, but you're able to win some games with an infinite. Maybe it'll get some more support in the future, and it's a fun deck to just load up whenever you're trying to try out one of the new cards and not lean into what everybody else is doing. So take a look at some of the gameplay coming up next. Okay, we'll get Makari down. Sure. We got a move deck. I don't think we're too upset if it's Scream even. Go for the Topaz. Okay. Don't hate it. Let's see. Should we just Vulture? I think so. They're going to have priority, so they're going to maybe try to move first. So I might even get 2 activations off of Vulture here. And go ahead and snap, I think. Okay. I get the Scream hit and Bat Rock, but we're gonna leap. So should I just Sarah? I think so. I was obviously hoping for a free Vulture move there. Okay, so what's best here? Maybe Red Wing. Luna. Surfer? We want Red Wing last, maybe? Or second to last? Oh, frozen. Okay, so Luna, Red Wing, Surfer. We hit the Heimdall. No. Nice. Still got it. Makari will go wherever she wants. Topaz or Luna? When we Topaz, I think we want to do it here, obviously, because then we aren't constricting thanks to Brooklyn Bridge. There's a good rogue target at the end of the game. Which means I don't want a Red Wing right now. I want to save that. I usually want to play on Brooklyn Bridge on turn 4. That way I'll be able to rogue on turn 5. Or on turn 6, rather. Okay. We'll hit the ice cube. Ah. Now we're pretty dependent on Heimdall here. Okay. Do I even need the Heimdall though? Do I just Spider-Man in the middle here? Hope it sticks. Scare them off for a potential Heimdall. Oh. Okay. Got a lot of swarms happening. They lost their Modok. Lost their Drac. And they lost their Corvus Glaive. Jeez. Probably shouldn't Boomer Snap there, but I'm in a good setup. They're going to play a bunch of swarms. I think they're probably going to play pretty heavy left. I can rogue here. And then I think I just Surfer. Okay. Enjoying this kind of toolboxy Surfer type of build. Rather than going crazy with Captain Carter and Brood. It's different. Don't hate Luke there. Especially with Topaz in hand. Of course, there's a lot of move in the meta, so very good possibility they are running some kind of move. Clog, huh? Okay. So, Jin first, then Vulture. We have priority, so should be able to safely get the Vulture in there ahead of the possible Clog. Okay. Glad Makari didn't clog us on the left. Maybe just Sarah? Go Sarah over here. Jin, push. Let's see what they do. Okay. So there's only 2 non-Jin cards in their hand right now. Sentry. Viper. Okay. So I'm pretty sure I have one middle. Now on the right, we need to fight through Annihilus. Redwing, Killmonger, Surfer, probably. If we clear out that rock, though, they can move the void over, potentially. So I don't think we want to do that. I think I just... Spider-Man. Redwing, Surfer. It's the most power. Okay. Cannonball. Show me Jin. Wow, he squeaked that one up. Boy. I mean, the Mojo World's not great, but if we could pick up Killmonger, we could snipe it, possibly, by taking out that E-Trade at the end of the game. Just Luna. Okay, there's Killmonger. Just trying to make sure we draw here. It's especially important now. Okay, are they just gonna take out Mojo World then? If I Heimdall right now, I would just take out E-Tree. It would actually take out E-Tree before they could... Did they already activate E-Tree? Didn't even notice. I think we're actually obligated to do this. Okay. I stinking still have priority. Well, I think I'm gonna Killmonger. Red Wing? Sure. Okay. Oh, I hate squirrels. I actually like the animal. Hate Central Park in the game. Oh. Okay. They're probably not enjoying the squirrels very much either if they're a move deck. It's gonna be big. I'm thinking they're gonna move a squirrel here. For Panopticon, yeah. So now they'll lose their ice cube. Torch. Oh man, our Killmonger is gonna eat so good. You just gotta find a way to throw a priority before turn 6. How do we do that? They're gonna move the shield. So Central Park they'll be winning, and they'll be winning Throne Room, or at least tied. Okay. Torch is getting nice and juicy. Although it's artificially boosted by Throne Room right now. Red Wing, Vulture, make them fear the move here and then just don't do it. Killmonger Surfer. Okay. Yeah, they're going to win left. I think I should win whatever else happens here. Yeah. Just no Cosmo. We didn't factor in Cosmo. It's tighter than I thought. Oh well, not after the Red Wing buff. Okay. So there's how it went. If you enjoyed the deck and you enjoy what I'm doing here, go ahead and check out some of my other videos, subscribe to the channel so you see new ones coming out. I usually try to brew with the new cards, or at least some of them, and it's a fun time. So hit the subscribe button, like the video if you enjoyed it, and come on back next time. I'll catch you later.